Today we're going to keep learning open chords. So we know the D chord already. We're going to use this one today. We're also going to use the C chord and the G chord. So draw these on your chord diagram. We have D already. The C chord, strumming from the A string, goes 3rd fret, 2nd fret, open G, so 0, 1st fret on the B, 0, open on the E. For G, we're going to fret it like this, where my middle finger is on the E string, my index finger is on the A string. And from the E string, since we strum all the strings for this one, going 3, 2, 0, 0, 3, 3. Okay. For this song that we're going to learn today, which is going to be Sweet Home Alabama, we're going to learn a technique I like to call the anchor. So we're going to anchor one of our fingers, or basically press it down the entire time as we switch through the chords. And that's going to be our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B. So that's where I have it right now. So we're going to be holding this note the entire time. We're going to start on D, and we're going to adjust C a little bit. We're actually going to play a C9. Okay? So I have part of the C chord. Right? If you remember, it looks like this. But instead of holding the 1st fret of the B string, I'm holding the 3rd fret of the B string with my ring finger. There's my anchor. We're going to use this one for the song. And then I just move up those 2 fingers to play G. If you remember, I had my pinky down on the E string for the G chord. But I'm not going to worry about it for now. So once again, this is D, anchor, so keep down your ring finger when you switch to C9, and the same thing when you switch to G, and don't worry about your pinky. So I'm going to put up the song on the screen. Take a minute to pause, look at the chord changes, get familiar with how you're moving, and having that anchor down throughout all 3 chords. One, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you might want to pause and try to practice that anchor movement a little bit more, maybe even without strumming, just to see if you can get that muscle memory down between the different chord shapes. And we're going to speed it up a little bit because the song is pretty fast. So we're going to go from 80, which we just did, to 100 beats per minute. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Always remember to switch right after you're done strumming. That way, as we speed up, you'll get to those chords a lot faster. If you need to, go back and repeat those 2 exercises, making sure that your anchor is solid and that you're moving smoothly and quickly between every shape. We're going to try to add a little bit more, so more strumming to each measure. We're going to strum on beats 1, 2, and 3 this time. So first, let's try that at the slower speed. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now back up to 100 beats per minute. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You probably notice as we speed up and add more strumming, it sounds more like the song. But the song on guitar is a riff. So we want to sound closer to that. We're going to split up how we strum. We're going to pick the lowest note of the chord. That's going to change from string to string for each chord. And then we're going to strum. We're going to go pluck, pluck, strum. And that's going to be on beats 1, 2, and then 3 is going to be the strum. So all together, I'm going to pluck the D string and then strum the whole chord. On C9, I'm going to pluck the A string and then strum the whole thing. And on the G chord, I'm going to pluck the E string, the low E, and then strum the whole chord. If I count as I do that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's try that with the metronome. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now a little bit faster. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The last thing I want you to try is to play the actual riff. So I'm going to have the tabs up as I play through this. Watch which strings I'm plucking and how I'm moving between the chords. But notice that the whole time I'm keeping the same chord shape. Nothing on my left hand is going to move. We're going to build off of the idea of plucking and then strumming. But instead of strumming the chord, we're going to pluck individual strings from that chord. So I'm going to pluck the D string, and then I'm going to go B string, and then G string. That last pattern is going to be the same for every chord. Okay, so D chord, D string, B, G. When I switch to C9, A string, B, G. When I switch to G, E string, B, G. So if I put all of that together, you notice that I play the same high part on every chord. And the only thing that changes is how my left hand is forming that shape. Now if you feel up to it, here's the actual riff.